Hello and welcome to TotoTCG. You are here with me, Matthew, and we are back here with another Pokemon video. So in today's video, we're going to be checking out another new GX. This is going to be the last one from Full Metal Wall, and then we can have a look at the rest of the cards. The secret rares, the full arts, everything. So, what have we got for this one? Well, we have got an interesting one, because already we've had a Ultra Beast tag team, but we're getting another Ultra Beast, or at least an Ultra Beast reprint. And what one is that? Well, they've decided to go with Celesteela GX. So, this is not a metal type, this is just a normal type. So, meaning that I think this was more of a flying metal type. Obviously, because it does look a bit like a rocket with the arms on the side and everything. So we've got Celesteela as a normal type with a HP of 200, which isn't bad, to be honest. It is weak to lightning, and it's resistant to fighting, which is kind of odd for a normal type, because most normal types are weak to fighting. This one is lightning, which I guess is a bit of a hindrance, especially with like Zapdos Jirachi, and we've also got Pikachu Zekrom. Those big decks at the moment, definitely looking out for them. So this isn't going to really match too well against them. However, let's have a little look at what this basic Ultra Beast Pokemon can do. But before we have a look at that, of course, we're going to have a look at the alternative artworks. So of course we have got this one, which is the normal artwork. We then move on to the full art, which does look rather interesting. The arms more like not being at the front, they're more to the back, as if they're like jetting Celesteela forward a little bit there. So a very interesting card there. And then of course the Rainbow Rare is the exact same thing. But yeah, it looks pretty cool. Pretty nice indeed. So there we go. Oh, look how many times that card's been printed there. That's very nice. Okay, so it does have an ability, and that ability is called Force Canceller. As long as this Pokemon is your active Pokemon, prevent all effects of your opponent's GX attacks, including damage done to each of your Pokemon. Now, it does say effects of your opponent's GX attacks. Now, does that mean the actual GX attack can't be used? If so, that's pretty cool. Especially if they do try and use it, this thing will sort of block it. But does that also mean that if it's a GX, it blocks the attacks? Which I think would be a little bit broken. So I'm going to go with the fact that it would block a GX attack, which again, is only a one-off thing, but an ability like that could be pretty cool. So taking off, obviously, the duplicated one, let's move on to the next one, which is called Power Cyclone for 3 colours. So it's 110 damage, and then move an energy from this Pokemon to one of your benched. So you're doing a little bit of damage there. It's not a massive amount, if I'm brutally honest. 110 for 3 energy, especially for a GX, is really not a lot. It's not going to be getting a one-hit KO on a GX at all, because it's not going to hit for weakness as well. So I can see this Celesteela possibly being a little bit of a cheap card, let's just put it that way. And then moving on to the GX, which is called Discovery GX, we have got count your prize cards and put them into your hand, then take that many cards from the top of your deck and put them face down as your prize cards. So you're basically taking your prize cards, which I have to say, that isn't bad, but is that the GX you really want to be using full game? Maybe not. Especially maybe, what if you're left with one prize card and you think, oh, I want that, let's Discovery GX, but yet you still have to place another one down to replace it. It's definitely an interesting one, let's just put it that way. Very, very interesting. So yeah, I mean, apart from that, there's not really a lot more to talk about this thing, although it does have 4 retreats, so I guess that's pretty cool. But let's just have a little look at that. Of course, when it is a GX, so when it is knocked out, your opponent's going to take 2 prize cards. Weakness to lightning, resistance to fighting, as we've said, and a retreat of 4, which means it does have access to a lovely little item that came out previously. If putting on there, I think it gives it an extra 50 HP, I think so. So that is going to be pretty interesting. But yeah, not a lot really to talk about Celesteela. I don't really think it's going to be a very expensive card. It's not exactly going to see much play from what I can see. The attack is really weak. If that ability is just for a GX, that's meh. And the GX, as well as it is good to grab maybe the 6 prize cards, that is your GX for game. So there is always that to think about. But yeah, let's finish this off, of course. So let's go with the Guess the GX, the answer from our previous video. So I gave you that little picture right there. What was that in particular? Hopefully you guys guessed it. It was Greninja GX. So there we go, Greninja GX. Very, very nice. And then moving on, Guess the GX for this video, we have got that picture there. That one right there. And that one right there. Let me know what you think that is. I haven't really given away too much there, I don't think. And hopefully you guys will be able to guess that. But yeah, apart from that, I'm going to leave it here for this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Of course, that does finish off all the GXs. Now we'll be moving on to the separate cards now, checking out what they are. So we'll split that into 2 videos. So they'll be coming throughout the rest of the week. And then we can move on to the last set, which will be incorporated into the set. So that's going to be really cool. Really cool indeed. So yeah, I'll leave it here. And I will see you guys in the next video on the channel.